It certainly is, you know. Oh man, it's good.
Stacey, it's been like over a month since you and I have been here together.
It's both of you in the air at the same time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I was on vacation, dude, for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And then
So last week was your first show back, and I missed it.
Yeah. Dude,
Wow.
you didn't miss it.
Oh, I blew it big time.
13 hours short of what you do.
Well, that's what I get for liking your stuff on Facebook, because then I got suspended for a week.
Did you?
All I did was like it. Yeah, all I did was like one of MC's posts, and it got me suspended for a week. See what happens?
Paige runs a tight ship, man. He doesn't want none of that.
No. No.
Send you to rehab.
No, I haven't suspended somebody in a long ass time.
Well, from the show. When you suspended
from
me.
the show? No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no. Nobody gets suspended from the show.
When you go to rehab, 12 steps.
Look at this. Yeah. I need you to send that back to me so I can use it for the prize.
Here, Paige. Go ahead. Just give this one.
Thank you. The joke doesn't work because
you gotta
hand it because I don't have it on hand.
We gotta try that again. We should rehearse.
Yeah, we should. We gotta do it like because you're over here, so you can go like this and hand it over.
And then you can.
Yeah, and I can grab it. Yeah, I have all that. Man, I had Big Tracy. I left that out on the table. Oh God, it's so good. Focus.
That's what she said.
Oh, I did. Appreciate everyone dropping in here. People that dropped in early. Molotov, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Cory Burns was here early. Thank you.
Who's that guy? That's Scrub.
Oh, yeah, that's Scrub. Molotov. But thank you, everybody, for stopping in. I am happy that we have the Olympic team today. All three of us. I know, right? Yeah.
That's what CC is.
I can't believe I missed MC's first show back. That didn't dawn on me. Now I feel really bad. Jeez.
I thought you were doing it just to give him like shine time. You're like,
yeah, he had a lot of pent up. Yeah, I needed to give him some space.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Ooh, gosh. Yikes. Yeah, we'll talk about that today. But why don't we get the show started? Because I know a lot of people think that we're not going to do this giveaway. I think Paige didn't come through, but I did. So yeah. All right. Who we want to start?
Yeah.
I can feel it. The energy is. Wait a minute. Yeah. The trifecta is back. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 174 of the Hangout, where we give you positive insight into the world of collecting in a very chill and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I am finally joined, by both of my co-hosts. That's right. The Trinity is formed and back together again. Two men that are rarely seen in the same space due to the oppressive adult responsibilities that plague two out of the three members on this panel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Michael, Cory, Mr. Christopher. That's virtual clapping. The two Corys.
Hello.
It's good to be back.
Nothing?
It's good to be back.
Yeah. It's too good of a welcome for scrub like me. I mean,
No. Everybody is happy to see everyone here. The Trinity.
Now, I gotta say, I've lived in Michigan all my life, and only MC can come to Michigan for a little bit and make it look like Florida. I mean, this guy's out here in planes, running drugs to Canada, like all this stuff going on that I've been here all my life and I haven't done any of these things. He comes up here for 2 weeks, and I'm like, where is this part of Michigan that I've never been to? Like, what's going on? Never have I ever had the 2 weeks of fun at one time that MC had in that small period. Every time I'm seeing a picture, he's catching Michigan lobsters. He's out in some speedboat somewhere. He's flying a plane, dropping off cargo. Like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm so envious. So envious.
The Betty Ford Clinic of Michigan is very nice. They take care of their customers there really well.
It's unbelievable. Like I said, I'm in Michigan. I'm in Michigan every week. I've never been in a plane or in a speedboat. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Obviously, I haven't been Michiganding right.
Michigan. I think it was all just stock footage that he
Michigan.
took while he was in Florida. He just
Is that what it was? He just said he was in Michigan the entire time? Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, the water's bluer there. I'm like, what is going on? Over here where I'm at, all the beaches are shut down for E. coli. This guy's out there. I don't know. I'm just on the wrong side of Michigan, I guess.
Oh, this is funny. This is funny because then remember we were in the green room. I was telling you, I was like, should I go shave? I was like, nah. Got him fooled. I guess so lots of good stuff tonight. Lots of little juicy topics. I was looking through this and I don't think there's any Mezco. That's weird. It's going to be a little bit different, but lots of good topics to talk about.
We're not going to talk about yesterday's preview?
Oh, good. Yeah, definitely. I want to share this really quick just to ease the hearts and minds of everybody that's just watching for the giveaway. There's the wheel.
Look at all them
there
slots.
It is. Yeah, lots of slots.
I did say slots with an O.
Yeah.
Slots.
Well, 6 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing. But got the wheel ready. We'll be doing that a little bit later. Let me take that off. But just to ease everyone's minds, I didn't want to not come through this time and be like, God, man, he did it to us again, bro. Seriously. But tonight's episode is properly titled, I Was Once a Collector. Now, before anyone thinks that that's clickbait or anything like that, no, it's not. It's just a reason to break open that Cobra Commander, take a picture, and roadblock. And it just seemed to align with everything that's going on right now. It's pretty hot out there, right?
Yeah.
How do you like that figure? The snake Cobra Commander.
So the only thing that I did with this was take that thing out. That was it.
Okay.
And it's cool, but the wraparound, I don't know if it's because it's a Mezco body and maybe it's a little bit bigger. Probably not because of the vest on the other one, but I was trying to figure it out. And I'm like, I don't think I should be putting this much effort into this. This is going to piss people off anyway. So even though they get the wrong idea, I was like, let me just take the picture. So let's just do that. But it's cool. You ordered it, right?
Yes, sir.
And CC passed, right?
Correct.
We'll talk about this stuff in a little bit. Are you guys ready to make content for the rest of the world?
Absolutely. Somebody's got to do it for him.
Here we go. I knew it. It's so early. So show pro play. Say everything for a reason, and that was the reason why. So I had a couple people message me about the last episode where we did the wrap up, where we, talked about some stuff, showed some stuff and everything else like that. And then I got a couple of messages saying, Paige, the episode is gone. It's disappeared. Yes, it has disappeared. I took it off. Reason why is because there was a couple of people taking pictures, doing stuff like that, as predicted. But wanted to kind of stop that for a little bit. So probably another couple weeks, it'll probably go back up. But it's just to give this SDCC news cycle a little bit less traction. Don't worry, it's just disappeared. Like I said, it'll go back up a little bit later, but just wanted to kind of give a break for that. What else did I have for that? Yeah, see, it's still there, but it's secret. Let's talk about Marvel's Messiah. Should we throw this up?
Mm-hmm.
Probably should. If you have not seen this movie, we're not going to be going in depth with this, but we do want to talk about it because it's, I think, almost to $1 billion, isn't it?
Yeah. And
it's crazy.
We have not talked about this movie yet, the three of us, really.
No, we haven't. So
Cece's face is hidden.
What's that?
Cece's hiding.
Cece's like, who's Marvel's Messiah? All right, so Deadpool. This thing, I guess it's doing okay at the box office. So, overall thoughts. Oh, if you're watching this right now, general talk about Deadpool. We're not going to do like spoiler stuff, details, but maybe it's just little stuff because it's ended, right? Pretty much. Is spoiler ban?
I think so. 2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks? How long has it been out?
All right. Well, if you're watching, wait for this thing down below, and that's when we'll stop talking about it. All right. So let's go. General thoughts.
Fun was my first impression of that movie. I thought just finally headed in the right direction with Marvel movies after the last few. I mean, I enjoyed them, a lot of the Marvel movies, but just a fun movie. It was great seeing the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, like kind of what you expected anyway, with all their lead up trailers and other little funny skits they were doing together. So, and then their love for each other on Twitter. So it's great.
Cece, what do you think?
So here we go. We ready for this? It's unpopular.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Unpopular opinion.
Oh,
You ready? So,
okay.
this was my concern about this movie when it all started. There was so much hype around it that I'm not sure there was any way this movie could have possibly been good enough to live up to the hype. So I tried to minimize my expectations and really go into this movie not expecting a whole lot, but something along the lines of Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, which I really liked both of those movies.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't. I'm glad I saw the movie. I saw it once. I'm not going to see it more than likely. I don't think I would watch it a second time. But, I sent you that video that Ryan Reynolds put out there when he was saying that they didn't have a script for this movie for a long time. Right?
Yeah.
And he said once Hugh Jackman contacted him, said he wanted to do the movie, then bam, they had their script.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, that's exactly the way I would describe this movie. Like, it's not what I thought it was going to be going in. And I enjoyed the storylines in 1 and 2 far better than I did this third one. Like, this one, there seemed to be a lot of fan service. There's a lot of things in there, Easter eggs, that kind of stuff, if you will. If you always wanted to see Hugh Jackman put on the suit, that kind of stuff. But I got to be honest, it never really. I never once looked at Hugh Jackman and said, "Man, I'd really love to see him in the '90s style Wolverine suit." Like, I just never. I never thought of him that way, and I just always loved the way he did the character. So I was really content with the way Wolverine was done. I loved the Logan movie. I loved that one. But this movie, it just didn't do it for me. Like, there was just so much hype leading into this, and there was all these people putting all this stuff out there about, oh, this character is going to be in it, and this character is going to be in it. And I kept thinking, Jesus, we've named about 60 people. How are they going to find time for all these people in this movie? And we spend 20 minutes with Deadpool and Wolverine fighting in a Honda Odyssey. So, like I said, I'm glad I saw it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But Deadpool 2 to me is the superior film.
Do you think if you wouldn't have been as exposed to that, it would have made a difference or no?
I think if there hadn't been as much hype and we didn't have to see new trailers and Ryan Reynolds all over the place, I think it would have been. I think I would have probably received it better. It might have just been me, but like I told you before, that was my concern. Is, man, there's so much hype. How is this movie ever going to live up to it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm kind of concerned. I'll be honest right now. Look, I love Robert Downey as Tony Stark. Absolutely love him. I think he's perfect in that role, and they couldn't cast him any better. We all know how I feel about Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
But could you create any more hype than casting Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? Like, this movie, it can't be okay, because okay is going to be considered a failure. So when you make a move like this movie has to be good. Good. If it's just a little good, it's not going to make it. They got to knock it out the park. It's a lot of pressure. And I kind of felt the same way with this Deadpool Wolverine movie. When you bring Hugh Jackman back and stuff like this, that movie had to be good. But I just thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, right? It's not Morbius. I didn't say anything like that. It wasn't Morbius. You know, it wasn't Venom 2. You know, not Let There Be Carnage, any of that kind of stuff. There was a lot of scenes in it where I did chuckle. I thought it was funny. I enjoy Ryan Reynolds. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed we got more of a raw Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like, this guy was far more aggressive than you've ever seen him in any of the others. So I enjoyed that. I hope we get to see more of that. But I just thought the writing itself in this one, when Ryan Reynolds said they didn't have a script, I believe him. I really do. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with it. So you've seen it once. MC, how many times have you seen it?
Once.
Okay. Not trying to one up anybody. So I saw it twice, right? Once, one time was because we were in San Diego, and it was kind of like a get together with them, with a couple people from the company, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. So we all went, laughed a lot, and everything, and I thought it was really good. I think it's probably the most fun I've had at a Marvel movie since maybe Infinity War. And that's, I mean, they've had so many movies since then, but I really liked it. And then the second time I went and watched it, I watched it with Anne. And so that was another question I had with you guys. Like, I noticed it was different when I watched it with them and when I watched it with her. When we were in the movie I was in before, it was packed. The one with Anne, there was like 4 people in it because it was during the day and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there was a couple of times like jokes would fly off, and I look over at her, she's not laughing. I'm like, ooh, what's going on? It's like, you don't think this is funny? And I was like, man, I kept thinking, I'm wondering if when you go with certain people or like even the crowd, I wonder if that has some kind of like impact on it. So with you saying the whole, hype and everything, because they really did hype that movie. Like you saw behind the scenes clips. I still see something. Like today I saw one where he's doing his stuff in front of the screen, doing the sound effects and stuff. But they've been putting out so much. I wondered like if some people were oversaturated with it, like you said. So
Yeah.
I had fun. I thought it was a good movie, and I enjoyed it. There's a lot of funny parts. I can see what you mean about the storyline kind of thing, but I think that's kind of goes with the character. I mean, all 3 of those movies, they didn't really have like a story. But is this the
What do you
has
mean
he
he didn't have a
reset the
story?
MCU?
He tells you in the beginning. Deadpool 1 was a love movie or love story. Deadpool 2 was a family movie.
Yeah.
I told you right in the beginning.
Yeah,
It's
even
all
the
about
rundown. I was
family in
like,
Deadpool 2. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not knocking what he did. It's a bunch of jokes. It's Ryan Reynolds,
yeah.
and it's him just being him, and it's him doing a bunch of like kick-ass stunts and everything else. I love the movie. But I was just sitting there thinking, I'm not here for the story. I know what's going to happen. The cameos were really cool. I think somebody mentioned it in the chat. I think it's just like it's a good popcorn movie. I didn't go into it thinking that it was going to be,
I think the
reset
movie
the
that made
timeline.
was kind of like we were saying before. When they were kind of with all the trailers talking about him being Marvel Jesus and then he was going to fix the timeline, right?
Yeah.
Like, I really thought that this movie was going to right some of the wrongs that we've gotten in the Marvel universe. But I didn't get the feeling at all like that they used this movie to fix any of that or to point us in the direction that the Marvel universe was going moving forward. Like, maybe I missed something, but I didn't see where we really cleaned anything up. And once again, I got another branch to this Marvel tree, right? Like, we've got so many things out here in all these different directions. Yeah. I still wonder how they're going to eventually tie all this back in and bring it. Well, think we have an idea with Secret Wars and what do we call it? When they're all on the planet. Oh God,
Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Kang Dynasty. Just kidding.
Too
Oh,
soon.
man.
Too
Oh,
soon.
man.
Just kidding. So, what was do you guys have a favorite scene then? I know you said the Honda Odyssey, but is there anything else that tops it? Like MC, did you have a favorite scene from the movie?
I like the little where he was seeing all the different versions of Wolverine. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give too much of a spoiler away, but
It's okay. The banner's working. So.
the Henry Cavill, that was awesome. And then the little tiny Wolverine. So
Yeah.
funny. So that
Did
was
you have one? Odyssey, besides Odyssey?
I think the exchange between Gambit and Wolverine was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. Channing Tatum as Gambit, and that whole little exchange there between Gambit and Wolverine, that was pretty funny. Pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think. They had a bunch of really good scenes. I really liked seeing Blade again, but it was almost like a Michael Jordan thing when he played for the Wizards.
yeah.
I saw it and I go, this is cool seeing him, but it's not like it's not Blade. Blade. They even changed some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Looks
78-year-old Blade.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. It was like you could tell that the licensing thing came into play because that's how they kind of get around it. You're not showing Hulk, you're showing it kind of in the claws. It's not full figure form. And Blade was more. He wasn't using weapons like he usually used in the movie, except for the glaive, I think. But he didn't have his katanas and stuff. I was like, you could see they were trying to do little things to get around it. So when I was watching, I go, this is cool, but I think probably the opening scene, the credit scene, where he's that was really good. Yeah, that was really good. I liked it. I think I already know Cece's answer to this, but would you buy this when it first comes out? I think that's the true test. Like if you see a movie and you just like, I got to get this movie, as opposed to waiting till it comes on HBO. Would you buy it?
Yeah. Day one purchase.
Yeah. CC probably not, right? No?
Got to be honest, man. I don't think I'll watch the movie a second time. Like I don't. You know what I mean? Like this. If it's on TV, I might watch bits and pieces of it because, like I said, there's some funny parts. But like, to sit down and watch the whole movie a second time, I don't think I could do that.
You mean like you're not like saying TV where there's commercials, right? I'm like, ooh, that's a low blow.
Like TNT.
You're talking about just yeah. She's like, I won't watch that until it's on. Like,
now, that's kind of what I'm
commercial
saying.
TV.
Like if it's on TNT and it came on, I would watch it. You know what I mean? But like, this is coming off as really bad. I don't want to make it sound like I'm trashing the movie, but I'm just saying, like I saw it one time, I enjoyed it, but it's not considered one of the movies to me that's like rewatchable.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I'm trying to think. For instance, I enjoyed Dune, right?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed both of those movies.
Yeah.
I saw them, I watched them, I enjoyed them, but I don't need to watch it a second time.
Yeah.
Now, Jaws, I watch Jaws every time I get a chance. I love rewatching Jaws, but it's not like that for me.
Yeah, I get it. I feel the same way about Passion of Christ and Precious. One time, I'm good. I don't need to watch those movies anymore.
Did you say Precious and Precious of the Christ in the same
I can't watch. Yeah, I can't watch because that movie like had a lot of.
It was terrible. Like the scene, the abuse scene.
Yeah, I was
not Passion. Well, Passion of Christ too, but
yeah,
Precious pretty rough.
Yeah, I as soon as that movie ended, both of them, I said, I'm good. Not watching this ever again. It's a good movie. They're both really good movies, but I was like, I don't think I need to watch this again. So yeah. All right, so we'll wrap this up really quick. Favorite pool order. What's your pool? 1, 2, or 3. What order do you have them in? MC. Favorite pool. 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching 3 in the theater because 3 was the first one that Sawyer saw in the theater.
You let your son watch that?
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you have to explain anything, or was he just like, Dad, I know?
He's seen 1 and 2 already. I don't know. You probably saw it. He dressed up as Deadpool to go watch the movie.
Yeah.
Wore his costume. He did that for the first Comic-Con we ever took him as. He dressed as Deadpool, and a lot of the cosplayers were loving that he was doing like the bent over pose and the bearskin rug pose. And he had no idea what it meant when he was 3 years old, but he was having a blast. But watching 3 with him in the movies was really fun. And then part 1 was just so good. I just remember like there's a movie we finally got with Deadpool. So and I like 2, but 1, 3, and 2 for me.
1 through 2. All right. CC, what do you got?
See, when you said favorite pool, I thought you were talking about the pool characters in the movie, and instantly I'm thinking, man, Lady Deadpool was a smoke show. Man, I needed more Lady Deadpool in that movie. Where was that all at? So I was definitely Lady Deadpool number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
You didn't like Nice Pool?
Nice Pool was funny. He'd probably been number 2 for me. Nice Pool was hilarious. I thought that was well done. Well done. But definitely need some more Lady Deadpool. As far as my order of the movies, though, I'm definitely got to do with number 2. Number 2 is my favorite one. I watched number 2 all the time. I thought that was really well done. And then 1 and 3.
Oh wow, Henrik had 3, 2, 1. A lot of. You know what? I think I'll go with what MC said. For mine is 1, 3, 2. They're all good. I just, maybe when I watch it again, I need to watch 2 again, I guess. One character I missed, I know that it wasn't going to happen, but I was surprised because Wesley Snipes was in it. But TJ Miller. There was like a little void there, know, the bartender. I knew it wasn't going to happen because of that fallout they had, but it would have been cool to have him there. But
yeah, they said he'd never do another one of those movies.
He went he went crazy for a while too, and I think that's what kind of didn't help him. Like he got on a big drug bender and said some things that he probably shouldn't have said.
Isn't that just what they consider Hollywood, though? Isn't that just one big drug bender? I think you almost have to do that just to get in, don't you?
Yeah, it happens. All right. So we pulled this out. Need a lift?
Need a lift.
Hey, how did we forget about Peter Pool?
Peter
Pool.
Top 3, right?
I kind of got it, but I didn't. I was like,
Yeah.
Peter Pool's funny. Need a lift. Is this, are we guessing? Oh, I was going to guess that.
There you go.
Dude.
Pimp your ride into what did you say, CC? $500.
Yeah.
God. This is insane.
You know what's crazy? I actually went online today and looking to see if I could find a vamp, and there's no way. What was that retail? Do you remember?
100.
Yeah.
Was it $100 retail?
Yep.
They could have charged more. I know I said that before. I would have paid
it.
The
cheapest one I found was $220 on Mercari.
Jesus.
$220. I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I guess, well, it's going to save me a lot of money because I want that look so bad. Oh my God. That looks incredible. I want that so bad. But I'm not paying $220 and then turn around and then spend another $300 to get it to look like that. I'm not doing that. That's almost 2 rattlers.
Yeah.
You can take down the spoiler alert thing.
Oh yeah. Good catch. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're like, did Deadpool drive a van? So quick funny story about this. The guy that does Gridiron Studios, he came up to the Mezco booth and I saw his shirt and I go, oh, you. And he's like, what? And it's like, oh man, me and my friends, we have conversations about you all the time. He goes, oh man. He goes, I'm sorry. I go, no, it's good. It's good, but it's bad. And he's like, what? And I say, man, we sit there, we drew over the pictures all the time. And we go, damn, he's just making too much stuff. We just can't get it. And he's like, that's a good thing. And I go, yeah. I go, but every time, I go, it's almost like crack. We look at your page and go, God, we got to stay away. He's like, no, come on over.
Dude, this look, it's got me. That's
freaking tough.
Yeah.
Very mean.
If I had a vamp, I'd be all over that. All of them.
Yeah, I think when they did the tires, but not the other stuff, But I'm sorry.
I'll let you buy that stuff for me, and I'll put it on my vamp, and I'll send you some pictures.
Oh, do that for me.
Come over, you can play with it.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it at my house. That's what the MC said.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it at my house. It's ours. But
It's basically like ours.
yeah. Jeez, this is just. How much are the tires? Somebody's got to know this. It was like $40 or something. And then I think that's
They
for
look
the four.
so good, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Those look so good.
Well, if you think that looks good, sir, I think you should check this out. Boom!
Number reveal. Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Has he not looked at the stock market lately? It's just crashing. You can't afford this kind of stuff. This is really good stuff. CC would buy Deadpool on his Odyssey. Yes.
You would.
Yeah. So Gridiron Studios is the official West Coast Customs of the G.I. Joe line in a very good way. This stuff, I mean, from what you had before to making it look like this, my hat's off to him, man. This is amazing. You can literally customize yours to look completely different than everyone else's.
That heavy duty trailer they got for you to pull behind it. Oh, dude.
Oh, I saw that too. MC, you said how many sets of this are you buying?
I like to have different looks, so I bought all the sets several times over,
Oh. You should adjust your monocle, sir.
Good, sir.
Oh, man.
The week is that I show it off, too. Tuesday vamp, my Wednesday vamp.
Wow. Yeah, this is... I think like CC said, you can spend a lot of money customizing that. I think I'll stay safe. I'd love to do it. Maybe just the tires. So Top Cons. Top Cons tonight, since we already jumped through and did a little bit of show foreplay, tonight we'll talk about, since CC's back and kind of missed the episode, and since that episode disappeared, we'll talk about some of the get CC's thoughts on San Diego. We'll make it a little bit brief. Talk about the Rattler and Cobra Commander, because that seems to be a little bit of a hot topic. No news. And then at the end, we will do the roll call giveaway. Sound good?
Man, I can't wait to win.
Sounds like a thorough plan.
After hours. Club CC. So CC, you weren't here. They had a little get together in San Bernardino, California. San Diego Comic-Con. Were you able to catch up on any of that stuff? Did you have anything? Because we talked about last week, but what were your highlights? Or what did you see that you said, damn, I need that?
Oh, man. That's tough. There was so much stuff coming out. Which one really jumped out and grabbed me from SDCC? Well, that Rattler's crazy. That's probably a big story, but I got to stay away from that one. So far, I haven't done any of these big 112 vehicles, so that I can't start with that Rattler because that's going to open up Pandora's box. So I got to stay strong. But boy, does that thing look incredible. Incredible. And I had the vintage version, so that's really calling to me. The Jada Toys Scooby-Doo line. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're doing. I like the Jada Toys stuff so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that license. Jada Toys is knocking it out of the park.
Anything else? Nothing? There wasn't a couple companies, sir. What'd you like on Mezco? Well, I put the thing in the group. I have to say something about Mezco. Otherwise, the admin will get mad at me.
Yeah. Let's see. The biggest Mezco. Man, it's been almost 2 weeks. I'm trying to remember what all did we show that we got coming from Mezco. We got the Doc Knock looks incredible. Boy, that Doc Knock car, I don't know how I feel about that one. Once again, I'm trying to stay away from 112 scale, but that looks like that'd be a little bit smaller of a 112 vehicle. But that Doc Knock 2.0 looks crazy. Tangerine, of course, looks really nice. Really, really nice.
It's a good song.
Batman.
The Dark Knight one, or
yeah. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I think only because it leaves the door open to get a Mezco Bane, which is not necessarily the Bane that we all want, but at this point, we'll take a Bane, of any stature from Mezco. I think I'd love to see them do the Bane from that movie.
Yeah,
I've already got a Heath Ledger from another line that I'd be excited to put this with. So that's probably the biggest one for me.
so this is online stuff. Yeah, so I think MC and I were talking about this too. I know this is early. Do you think this will be seamless?
Ooh, I didn't even consider that. I'm trying to think. I don't think so, because I don't think there's really need to really do that with that suit. It's not, you know what I mean? His suit isn't like rubbery like the '89 Batman one.
And Lucius added those lightweight panels in, what was it, 2?
Yeah. His has definitely got more of an armored look. So I don't think it would be necessary to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about that. That's a not over there. It's on the other side. Do you know what I mean?
I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get a Shredder teaser from SDCC.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest with you, man. There's a lot of stuff that they didn't show. For whatever reasons. But they do have reasons. But trust me, there was things that were there that could have went up that just didn't. It just some of that stuff didn't work out. But okay, I'll guide this really quick. So these were your online reveals. And you had Marv, and then you had Beetlejuice, 5 points. I know that you're not too big into that. You had Batman, which you already talked about. You had Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we all know how I feel about that one.
Oh, ouch! I'll get off that one then. Yeah. And then you had the animated set. This was really cool because they put this out, like timed it where they showed it, and then took them out and put them in the case. So I thought that was cool. I hope that they kind of do that more often. I think that would be really cool, and it would add more to a con experience. And then I don't have everything here, but they had a bunch of stuff that they showed at the booth. Obviously, like you said, Doc Knock, they had that. Tangerine, he looked really good. Then they had a bunch of the other stuff, like the Golden Age stuff and everything like that. But I guess it doesn't like really pop out at you,
Is she like the first, like, human Rumble Society character?
Let me think.
When I first saw this, I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I just wasn't expecting Tangerine to be just a human female.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess it depends on like what Bane you kind of go with it, because Doc Knock,
Yeah.
I don't think they've really classified him with like any like superpowers, right? He's more of like that Darkman kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who is Darkman? I know a lot of people say Nemo is the first human. Very good. Good catch.
Nemo.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about Nemo being in there.
And the crew. Yeah. Good catch, Carl. Good catch.
Well, I guess at that point we would be Baron. What's he look like underneath the helmet?
Oh, very nice. He's got a blue face.
Does he?
Yeah, but there's something weird with that like storyline. If you remember that meteor came down and splashed in the ocean and shit.
Yeah.
What is it? I'm a bit surprised. Almost nobody's talking about Snake Eyes at SDCC. That figure is really good.
I'm gonna need an Austin Powers figure to go with her.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
We need an Austin Powers figure to go with her.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or like a Gomez kind of Austin Powers. So it kind of fits.
Who's gonna get me a Beyonce head sculpt to put on that?
Oh man, you'll probably see a bunch of them.
Foxy Cleopatra, was that her name on there?
Mm-hmm. Like I'm Foxy Cleopatra, a whole lot of good stuff, right? Yeah, they have some really good stuff. I didn't upload everything, but yeah, and then let's see here.
That Doc Ock does look good. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch, man. Like there was a bunch of really cool stuff there. It was cool to like kind of put hands on things and kind of show some stuff and everything like that. I was saying like last week, I think overall they did pretty well with trying to showcase what they had there. But it's interesting that none of that really stuck out. I mean, have to try harder next time, right?
CZ's a tough man to please.
Yeah, yes, indeed. But let's take this down and see if he'll talk about this. Because MC, we heard yours, like, right? What's your recap while I'm doing this really quick?
Tangerine was my
best in show.
One. Yeah, just because tease forever. Everybody's, like, and she just blew me away the way she looks. Pom poms, all that stuff. She's just amazing. Then Doc Knock and Deadpool.
Yeah. Do you guys think we'll get Wolverine?
Another Wolverine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're going to strike while the iron's hot on that.
Yeah. Tangerine may be an android. That'd be interesting. Like she's like Misty Knight, little bionic car. We'll add some con break to this. I just wanted to let you guys know that the streak does continue.
Todd said
I got
your streak. Like, I didn't know.
My streak? No. I don't know if it is a streak because I missed that 1 week because of the convention. I don't know, but there's times we've done like shot. Did we say it was yes or no? Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway.
I think you got a streak. Cece's been occupied by Chun-Li.
Chun-Li. She did distract me yesterday.
Yeah.
Well played.
I saw that. I was like, what? What is this, bro? But yeah, Toddy had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. So yeah, his streak is still intact. I figured you guys, pressing news would want to know that. And I put this in here for CC because I didn't know if he saw this. But yeah, look at that. 7-inch posed figures are now available. Are you down for this, CC?
I guess they do say posed, not posable. I was going to say how they can say it, but it's posed figures.
Mm-hmm. That's how they got it. The marketing on that one.
Yeah. At what point do you just call that a statue instead of a posed figure?
It's getting away from the statue label.
Yeah.
In case he didn't, he still did.
I'm glad they didn't give me a posable. If there was a 7-inch posable football figure, oh my god! Just like we kind of hoped they were going to do that with the starting lineups. Oh man, I'd be all over that.
Yeah, that would have been good. Where is my one here? Let's get into the juicy stuff. Because I know we're kind of all saving ourselves for this one. Here we go. Again, I didn't do this because of clickbait. I thought that there were some very good conversations with this. And of course, I want to have them with you guys and the chat. So, what is it? Musician figures, whatever. Yeah, I would love if they revisited stuff like Biggie and Run DMC and stuff like that. It would be cool. Yes. Has anybody done like a besides
Give
like
me 112 Prince?
Yeah, that would be good. All right. So we got this up. Tracks of your tears. All right. So I don't think any of us have backed the Rattler, correct?
Correct.
Correct, yeah. Are you going to back the Rattler?
MC is getting
Little
3.
Are you? Holy
No.
crap, bro.
No, you're killing me.
1 for Sawyer, 2 for him.
One to display, 1 to keep in the box, 1 for Sawyer to play, 1 to, one for damaged photos.
Damn. Oh yeah, you're gonna like just intentionally tear one up. All right, so who is getting one? This is all foreplay for the conversation, because you still have 33 days left to do this.
Only if Baroness gets unlocked.
Then you'll want
that's
4.
part of the conversation. Interesting. All right. Well, I want to try to do something different. I don't want to like do the same thing that like most, shows you'll hear talk about, like complaining about the pricing or anything like that. We already know the reasons why they do the things they do, whether we agree with them or not. Target is $9,000. All right, so this is $324. But I figured I'd talk about some of the stuff that I saw in there because there is some good stuff, So instead of like bashing this stuff, I want to go and look at the tiers. Internet, discover. And hell, maybe I'll buy it online. Back this project. All right, I can't go full screen, but this is all the stuff you got. I saw this in person. Looks really great. Not just saying that. To me, it looked really good in person. A lot of detail. There was stuff like this with the bobs and everything. So you have your base price, $324, $5 per customer. I still think that's probably some person out there that's going to do that. But then you have your stuff. Now, instead of talking about these patches and everything else like that and what's good, what's not good, how do I say this? What do you think makes a worthwhile tier unlock? I've seen a lot of people talk about this and how they're disappointed with that was just that. But then you start getting into figures and everything like that. What, in your opinion, is considered a worthy tier unlock?
I like
Chat
figures.
too, of course. I'm sorry.
The figures. I like the figures that we get with these unlocks.
Mm-hmm.
Different, like the Baroness. I thought Baroness was great. Love the Baroness.
Why is this not getting down? They want you to click this. It's like, I can't look at the screen unless I click it. So figures.
And I know they got a couple little damaged panels on there that you could slap on, but it'd be kind of cool if you could get some like more damaged pieces with it as well, to make some different photo ops for people, like wings all shot up, or I think that would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Swappable things, but I mean, that's all. I think it's fine just the way it is for that price. I mean, that's a big ass plane with lights and all those accessories. The CC's an accessory junkie. Just hover over there. We're gonna sell one right now.
Over this, yeah. Look at all that stuff.
Yeah.
Look at all you get. Can we do this? Control.
CC, you could have Silver Sentry using some of those, smoke effects and all that stuff. I mean, just think of the pictures you can take with just those accessories right there for your Silver Sentry.
It's pretty incredible.
CC, what do you think makes a worthwhile tier then? Does it have to be figures, or should it be figures, or should it be just something that does complement the actual figure or offering?
To me, in order for it to be a worthy unlock, it has to be something that you feel like shouldn't have just automatically came with it, right? Like there was one of these HasLabs, I can't remember which one, where like, was it for the Razor Crest? Like one of the unlocks was one of them things where like you were kind of like, well, wouldn't that have just came with it anyway? I can't remember what it was, but I really like when they do the extra figures. I think you can never complain about when you get a figure. But when they release things that kind of like alter or really enhance the product, then I'm all about it. I can't remember what came with the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest I thought was kind of anticlimactic.
So there was Razor Crest backer. There was the flight stand was an unlock.
Yeah.
There was the Carbonite was an unlock. The Jawa was an unlock. And the Grogu with the chrome, I believe, was the other unlock. There was like 4 or 5 unlocks with that.
Wasn't there something about the escape pod too, or something?
Oh yeah, the escape pod. Yep, that was the other one.
The escape pod, because I was kind of thinking, well, wouldn't you have done the escape pod no matter what? Like, could you have done, could you have done the Razor Crest without the escape pod? It just seemed like some of those things should have just, should have been there.
Did he ever even use the escape pod? And I mean, is that ever a thing in the show? I don't remember it.
I don't remember the escape pod ever being deployed.
Oh, there were more. Oops, I have missed a whole bunch of them. Okay. You need to do that. This is the patches. Yeah. I understand how you say, well, yeah. And I saw a lot of people talking about they were going to hang them up and everything. And instead of like focusing on, oh, we didn't get this, or I don't like this, or I don't like that, I thought shifting the conversation would be what would be things that you would like to see. I think a lot of people want to see figures, but then they're so farther down the line, obviously, because they want to increase the production numbers, right? Mm-hmm. So of course they're not gonna give you that stuff like right off the bat. And I'm wondering if they're looking at some of these things that they're putting up and going, how can we make this a little bit different? How can we make it where, before, I think a couple of HasLabs back, they just had silhouettes. You didn't know what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I thought was cool about this was like, hey, this is all the stuff you're gonna get.
Yeah,
you want it? There's the number. Reach it.
I do like that, because that was that Galactus when everybody was kind of up in arms about the unlocks and stuff like that. Even though you got a lot of stuff with Galactus, a lot of stuff, but people still wanted more.
Right. Oh, they even said parachutes were coming. Yeah, I went on their website and they have some of those figures that do have parachutes. But so I think the consensus is like figures, right? So would you put figures that aren't going to come to retail as like an incentive to kind of put people in that position where they would have to back it? You know what I mean? It sucks because there's some people that are like, yo, this sucks, man. I'm not going to be able to get it. Kind of like Cobra Commander, the Mickey Mouse thing. Even though you get it later, it's not that Cobra Commander.
Mm. Yeah, I like the idea of exclusive, not going to come out in another form.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a reward, like a bragging right, I guess. I mean, I'm never going to open that Cobra Commander, and I'm a box opener. I usually throw boxes away, so, but I won't open that one.
Carl kind of jumped ahead. Like this is one thought that I had. Like I was going to talk about. What if you incentivized people that were backing it by doing like a carryover system? Like you have 2 or 3 unlocks for this one, and if it hits its tier, if it gets fully completed tier wise unlocked,
mm-hmm.
you add another one to the next one. You know what I mean? And you make it even better. But the thing is, you got to make it bigger and better, whatever the tier is. Like say you had the His Tank.
Mm-hmm.
They had something before, and one of the unlocks is like something that would attach to it because the payoff, and you just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You reveal it all out, but you're kind of just showing people, yeah. I think the biggest thing that a lot of people say, oh, the tier system that they have is, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, because I'm always focused on what the main thing is. If the other stuff comes, it just comes, but you can't force anybody to buy it. So it's better just to sit back and wait and see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you had that where you showed off everything, and then the next HasLab project, you create hype for it because you're like, damn, we got this with this one. What's next? It's only going to get better. Do you know what I mean? I know it's a reach, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. But that's just me. But I do like the fact that they unveiled everything. And that's what I mean. Like, you got to kind of like get people like hyped to like jump in there and get it. What is it? The Dragonfly is going to be higher than the Rattler. Yeah, I haven't backed this yet. I probably will later. You know, closer to time. But it's like we've talked about before too. This stuff is like this is a lot of it eats up a lot of space. And that leads me into other stuff. Like, so this offering, I don't think you would see this in retail, right?
No.
Right? And
Right.
there's a lot of people talking about dream projects and stuff like that. What do you guys how do you guys feel like about a dream project? Like, what's your definition of a dream project? Because that's what they use to describe HasLabs. There's like, these are the things that you're not going to see anywhere. You won't see this, but I mean, what's something like super, you're not going to see it anywhere kind of project? MC.
Man. Dream. I mean, you know, like Dream Project is something that it's got to hit the nostalgia box for me. You know, something we had as a kid, or like CC likes. You know, something you may have missed out on as a kid. You know, and now's your chance where you got a little bit more income or in space, and it's just that's the biggest thing for me is it's gotta resonate with something from my youth a lot. I mean, it's like this, you know, CC said I had a Rattler. It's pretty amazing. It was one of the coolest planes that they put out. And I don't know, just I like also with the classified line how it supports the Mezco line as well. I mean, we've done all the shots, you know, where trouble bubbles where the figures fit in it, the his tank, the figures fit in it. So it'd be cool to throw, you know, classified Destro flying around in that thing with hopefully Mezco Destro with hopefully someday a Mezco Baroness. So.
Well, what would be your dream project?
Oh, what would
do one? Yeah, what would? Yeah, what would be one? Like if they said, like by definition, they say this the function of this is to provide a dream project. What would be a dream project for you? What would you think?
Dang.
That's the first caveat.
I think it like beside I don't know, G.I. Joe was such a big part of my youth, like most people. Sky Striker would be pretty amazing too. Or I'm trying to think of like a big vehicle that's realistic. Obviously, who doesn't want the flag? But where the hell are you going to put a 112 scale flag without divorce? But you know, like another something that's not ridiculously too big too. So Sky Striker would be really cool to get. Or what was the I like was it the Tomahawk CC, like the big helicopter that had the double rotor heads? It came with that was always a really cool helicopter that I really liked also, besides the Dragonfly.
That would be huge. Because you figure that thing was about
that was huge when we were kids.
18 inches long probably. I got one in the other room. It's probably about 18 inches. The rotors on that thing, you know,
are huge.
Yeah, they're about a foot each set. So that'd be massive project.
Because they had seating for 4 or 6 in the back, and then 2 in the front, plus the back end that opened up, and you know, you had like 4 seats in the cabin. Am I right? I mean, you have it.
Plus the pegs for you to hang out on too.
Yeah, I mean, like you could. That would look pretty cool in a display hanging from the ceiling, or
and take up your whole living room.
You figure you had that whole cargo section in the back where you could like pull a vehicle into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine pulling your vamp into a Tomahawk. That'd be it.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh my God! Can you imagine that?
Oof.
Sign me up.
You
know, the problem with dream projects is a lot of times they're kind of dreams because they're not realistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like when I start talking about dream projects, like, man, there's a lot of things I'd love to see them make. But then you wonder, like, what could they make realistically where I wouldn't have to get another mortgage in order to buy one? Because I kind of agree with, I think it was the collector. He says the whale. Man, I love the whale. But could you imagine how much a 112 whale would have to, if this is $350 350. What is this? 349?
That's not much.
329.
Yeah, three. What is it? Hold on a second.
If this is 329, like I couldn't imagine the whale coming in any less than $600 if they decided to go that route. I love to have one, but I'm not trying to buy anything for $600.
324.
I love the command center. Like I said, I've still got that in there. I got the vintage command center in there. I got one of those still. I love that. But then once again, holy cow, how big would that be? And what would that be? You know, $1,500. You know, it's crazy. So I'm trying to think, what would be a dream project that I would love for them to do that I wouldn't have to murder someone
or feel that regret.
I mean, for me personally, I'd love for them. This isn't really a dream project because it's probably considered one of the smaller vehicles, but I would still love for them to do the Cobra Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that vehicle as a kid. That was one of my favorites. I loved the Cobra Wolf. So I'd love to see that one get made in some manner.
Now, I'm looking it up right now, but is that a mid vehicle? Large scale?
Yeah, the Cobra Wolf is kind of a mid-size. Like, you know, it's smaller than the Hiss, I think. Smaller footprint. Maybe a little wider than the Hiss, but not as big.
Yeah.
You see, it's the one the two skis. I don't think I've got one of those. I don't think I've got one of those anymore. I had one.
Yeah. So I was going through and I was reading comments and stuff like that, and just trying to gauge the temperature of like groups and everything else like that. And the buzzword was dream projects, because you know a lot of people like to throw that back at them and say, "Oh, you know, this is specifically supposed to be for a dream project." And I started thinking about it, and I was reading comments, and I it's kind of like the same thing that we talked about before. I think people their mouths are a little bit bigger, you know, than their stomach.
Be careful what you start like, right?
Yeah, because for one, like a dream project is obviously going to be those bigger sets.
Yeah.
You know, Flag, Tomahawk. Heaven forbid they do that shuttle that they had on the launch pad. I like them, like Command Center and stuff like that. But then you run into two things that we keep talking about: space. Where are you going to put a command center amongst your His tanks and all this other stuff that we already have? And then the second part about this is, I'm not trying to be a dream killer, is price.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a dream project and it's going to be a super huge scaled vehicle or some kind of like diorama base or whatever like that, if people are complaining about this price tag and you want a dream project, if you're dreaming, you're going to dream big. And nobody's going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you see how the Cantina went over, and
so
they're like in this weird spot. It's kind of hard. It's like you don't want to make something that people feel should be on a shelf, or you could just order directly from them, and you don't want to be in this position where people say this is just too expensive. I don't have room or the money to do it.
Yeah.
Like the X-Wing or the Quinjet. Yeah, Marvel, I think Marvel Legends has a little bit more leeway because they don't have a lot of this stuff. G.I. Joe, they're putting out vehicles like right and left, you know? I love it. But again, where are you going to put this base amongst your 3 His tanks that you haven't opened yet, Paige?
Do you think that's because Hasbro has, you know, they own it? They're not paying licensing fees to Disney and Lucasfilms?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be the person making those decisions, because it just doesn't seem like it would. You're gonna offend somebody somewhere in there. I thought that this was a cool release. I like it. It looks really good. But even I am a little hesitant to jump on it. You know, the other stuff we kind of jumped on quick. But this stuff, it's getting bigger, and we're not kids anymore. We don't have like the unlimited toy box, and you just put it in there. Yeah, you remember you just threw that shit in your toy box, and you didn't really care. now we're collectors, and oh, I have to find a safe place for this. I can't wait to see the person that hangs that shit up on the dragonfly or the rattler and it drops. We've seen
Oh,
that before.
Oh
What are you
man.
gonna do then? You'll be
yeah.
pissed, bro.
Oh
Action
man.
figures on the shelves that fall over, people get irate. Can you imagine?
But yeah, I get it. We want this stuff and it's cool, and I like when they use buzzwords like dream projects and stuff like that. But it is a dream when you don't. People won't have enough money for it, and they won't have enough space for it. So maybe if they went down to smaller vehicles, but they invested more into them. Like I don't know what you could really do. Maybe more detailing, more. I know people are kind of on the side of I don't like lights or sounds and shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you could look at something differently, but maybe the detailing is where it's at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder if with these HasLabs, I wonder if they ever decided to go like the route of. For one, I almost wonder if we don't do them too often when you have projects this big. You know what I mean? So if they had like, hey, there's 4 things here. We'll let you vote on one, and then in 4 months we're gonna do that. You know what I mean? That way, it kind of gives you a heads up to say, hey, in 4 months they're gonna do this, and then you get the additional 45 days or whatever while the Kickstarter is alive to kind of back it, just to give people a better chance to kind of plan. And then maybe kind of
Yes.
streamline it a little bit, because I do kind of feel like there's just so many offerings, and they're kind of always last minute. So sometimes you're almost a little gun shy because you don't want to turn around and then I back this, and then maybe they announce something in 60 days that maybe you like better,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, well, shit, I just dropped $350 on this one. I would have rather had that one. You know what I mean? Like you get it. Let's be real, man. It's like Well, I've been telling you guys since last year. I've tried to be far more selective when I'm doing these things, because sometimes I look around in this basement and I see these things that don't even make it out of the box, and they have something worth you got hundreds of dollars of stuff that just don't even get out of the box. I get a little angry at myself for doing that.
Yeah, and time's that other variable too as well. Like we don't.
Yeah.
I sat here for the last 2 days and was just unboxing stuff because I wanted to do it, but it was still a time constraint. I still haven't opened those his tanks, and that bothers me. Like you said, like because I know that they're going to be good. I've seen them,
Yeah.
but I just haven't had time, and it's taking up space.
Yeah.
And and I just saw a lot of people talking about this is BS. They're not giving us the dream projects we want. And the first thing I thought of was like, are you really gonna be? And I'm not knocking anybody's financial situation. I'm just saying if there's a problem with this price point or the other HasLab price points, are you really gonna be able to afford the dream project that you want? Because everybody wants this dream project, but they want it at a low cost, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
like,
literally a dream because it's not realistic, right? And they're like, I want this for $100. I'm like,
yeah,
keep dreaming.
yeah.
Keep dreaming. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that price point that you wanted at too, like I see people like throw around a lot of numbers, and you may not agree with whatever the company's price point is at, but I guarantee you, if they scaled it down to that price point that most people want, you're not going to get some of this stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you're seeing. I think
Mm-hmm.
people like really San Diego is really cool because you go there, you see this stuff, you put eyes on it. Digital renders are cool, but you don't get to see it. I can't tell you how many people. Nah, I'm a Mezco plug. I can't tell you how many people went to that booth and were like, "Holy crap, this stuff looks way better in hand." Like you see in the groups and stuff like that. People can see detailing. You can see these subtle nuances, and I saw that at the Rattler. People are like, "Holy crap!" when they unveiled that thing, and I have pictures I gotta go show you guys too, but like the bombs underneath the paint apps that they had on that, they put a lot of detail in it. You just don't see it.
All the
I'm
detail
telling
just in
you,
that cockpit right there.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
But
saw
I'm
that
telling
those
you,
controls are going to be movable, and I mean, Wow Weasel looks phenomenal. Plus the light up
yeah,
display,
yeah,
all those rivets
and,
along the cockpit there. I mean, that's all. Look at that detail.
yeah. And it's this thing that people aren't gonna. You're not gonna. This is cool, but when you see it, like in person is a little bit different. You know, I just don't think that even scaling up price wise, people could do it. I really don't. That's why I wonder what you guys' dream projects were, because most people are going to go big. They're going to say, "Oh, I want the command center, the Joe Command Center."
Hmm.
What do you do with that? Do you do like a main part, and then the next year, you know what I
Right.
mean? Kind of like the turtle, the Neca turtle thing.
Right.
Do you do the main gun one, and then people are like, "Oh, this is BS. I'm locked into this because I already bought the cannon, and I'm buying each one of these sections
Yeah.
at $400 or $500 a pop." So like, I get the dream project stuff. You gotta like really like think about what you consider dream. I thought this was cool. It'll take me a little
Call them
while to get
dreams
on
for
those
a
ones.
reason, Paige.
Yeah. What did Herman Edwards say? I think I said it before. So you have champagne dreams with beer money.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
it takes money to do this stuff, man. It really does. Not dogging on anybody's financial situation, but gotta be somewhat realistic with some of this stuff, man. But let's
Well,
talk about
And then
what we have
sometimes
now.
you got to be reasonable too. You know what I mean? Like, you ever spent some money on some of this stuff, and whether you could afford it or not, and then when you go back and try and justify it. For instance, I've got that Voltron in the other room, Shigoken or whatever. I think is who
Hmm.
made that one, something like that. Some Voltron I've got in the other room. I think he was $350 or $400. Right? It's big. It looks really good. But I literally took that thing, stuck it in a display case, and he's never moved ever since. So every time I look over there, I look at that thing. I'm like, man, I spent almost $400 on that thing, and it just sits there. Somebody at some point when I die will inherit it and probably be happy about it. But I'm not really trying to just spend my time making the next generation. You know,
Yeah, yeah. What do you got? You got closeout thoughts, MC, on that?
I was just gonna say, like, Paige, you and I are to be the third HasLab we've backed. You and I kind of, we keep getting all the vehicles and stuff, but you and I eventually, probably same around the same time. Like, when's enough space? Like, when do we finally tap out? Like, got a Rattler, I got this. Here comes the next HasLab. Like, shit, I haven't touched his tank. Now I'm the Dragonfly sitting in the box. The Rattler's still there. Now they got this. Really wanted to complete the set, but I don't have room. Like, at some point we're gonna tap out, and it's just
Yeah.
thinking about that when this. I can't imagine what they come out with next year, because every year they have a HasLab, and it's like,
Yeah.
what is next year going to be the year that I say no because I don't have room?
And so this statement is not to be snobby at all, but it's just to like show some perspective about it. I can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
I can afford it, and I'm hesitant about it. I could rent a space. I could throw all that stuff in the garage or something like that. But even with me having being less enough to have the financial ability to do it, I'm still hesitant about it because it's like, wow, it just keeps coming. It's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe that's something like I think CC kind of touched on it too. Maybe that would help with like some of the anticipation too. Maybe skip a year, and then that would allow your other lines to be able to kind of like plug their stuff. Maybe that's hypothetically, maybe that's the reason why some of that stuff's not working because, like CC said, you're not only battling within your own line, you're battling with other lines. You got people saying, "Oh, when's this Rumbler coming? When's this motorcycle coming?
Mm-hmm.
When's I don't know what else." Like there's other stuff out there. I'm gonna need $200 or $300 for this. So it's like maybe it's fatigue. Guys are like, "Dude, it's just and then you got your regular Joes coming out all at the same time anyway, and it's coming out early. You just don't want to like you just don't want to drive your fan base into the ground. I'm not saying they're doing that intentionally. They're giving us what they wanted and what we wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
More, 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 more.
deadline.
Yeah, Marvel took a year off. Yeah, you just to let things refresh and enjoy the stuff that you have. Anyway, let's move on to this one because this is a hot topic too. So, once a man, right?
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he's cool. Can I reach him? Maybe. Yeah, he's cool, man. I like him. I only really got to. I'm only talking visually, but sorry about all the click clacking, but yeah. So obviously, there's a lot of layers to this story. This thing was sold at SDCC. Oh,
Can you
sorry.
spotlight yourself, Paige?
Oh no, I hate high def. But this thing was it was sold at of course, right? This thing was sold at SDCC, right? I mean, you're not gonna get it because it's dark. But so the SDCC, they did the whole lottery system, everything else like that, and then I don't want to do that because it'll be loud. But whatever. But they did the whole lottery system, had everything kind of organized. I think the last 2 days they just kind of took the reins off of everything and they just said, yeah, you know what? Everybody that wants it, you can come get it, limits and everything like that. So there was quite a bit. But then it went up for pre-order and then it sold out, in a couple minutes? What'd you say? Right?
I think I don't know if anybody actually scored one. I don't, because I was following along on. There were a lot of angry people on.
I think the first day was less than a minute. I think.
Yeah, it was like I saw people posting like, I don't know, 102 and it sold out. 101 it sold out. Couldn't even. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it in my cart and then I just kept getting the error that there's a problem processing your order, and then it went to the item's not available.
Yeah. So they had it was one per there, and then I guess this went up and it was like 5. And so taking out some of the other stuff that everybody's talking about, what do you guys think about quantities? Because I've seen different people say different stuff. Like they had 1, and now on the website they put 5. Obviously, people are going to jump on 5.
Mm-hmm.
And and it sold out very quickly. And this was kind of like the same thing that I guess Mezco caught heat for there when they capped their stuff and they said it was only going to be 1 per person,
Mm-hmm.
and then they allocated, obviously to give people a chance to do it, and everybody said 1 wasn't enough. So now you have Hasbro that did it at SDCC, and then they put it online, they say 5, and now people are complaining about 5. So I'm wondering, the question I have is like quantity-wise, what's fair for a company to say, yeah, 2, 3? What do you guys think?
But historically, this SDCC and Pulse exclusives has been 2. The PulseCon exclusive, which I wonder what that. Like Chuckles was 2, and Serpentor was 2, and was it Mindbender was 2?
Yeah.
Zartan. And I don't remember what Snake Eyes was. That was so long ago. The deluxe Snake Eyes.
I'm trying to think of the hardest one. Like, Serpentor was probably really hard to get, right? Like initially, wasn't it?
Yes, Serpentor. And I think that Zartan was really tough too. The Master of Disguise Zartan, the color shifting one. CC, you had trouble getting that one, right?
I'm trying to think of how I ended up getting Zartan. I ended up getting it, but I think I ended up getting it for somebody. I think that was the last really hard one to get, and that's kind of when, after Zartan, Hasbro seemed to kind of change it. Because Serpentor and Mindbender, I mean, those went up for pre-order several times. I used to like that went on for about a few weeks, where they kept putting it back up, and you could pick that figure up. Once again, this is just me assuming. I don't know anything. But the fact that Hasbro is offering 5 of these, and they know how popular this is going to be, there's got to be more on the way. Like, I don't think anybody should freak out. I saw somebody listing one for $100 plus shipping, of course, earlier. $100 plus shipping, as if $100 doesn't cover the cost of shipping this figure. So I wouldn't freak out. There's going to be a ton of these things out there. I would not freak out. You definitely play the patient game. And Hasbro, if one thing they've shown, if it looks like the demand is there, they'll make more available.
Yeah, just a different version, but you're still getting it.
Well, I don't know if it'll even be a different version. Like I said, the Serpentor, that guy was available for a long time. And was it Mindbender they did the same thing with too, where they just kept relisting him and kept relisting him? Like he was available. It was one of them things where people got him early, but then didn't we get a second shipment of that one? And then I think even a third for Serpentor. Where was it Serpentor? They said this will be the final offering.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they did like 3 separate offerings, and they're all identical.
Yeah.
I know people get mad, and then they say, "Oh well, it's not an exclusive." Then, oh well, you got it early. You know what I mean? Just get it. Like Hasbro's not in the business to make sure you have an exclusive that nobody else can get. They're in the business to sell toys and make money. And Hasbro is coming for all the money.
Yeah. I think that's a huge part about this too. I've thought this, but I've seen a lot of people comment about the exclusive part of it too. I remember when I first started collecting, the only way to get it was you paid somebody to stand in line for you to get it at the con. That was the only way you were going to get it. They never offered it online. And so to have the ability, the chance to get it online, I think is cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're like sucking up to the company or anything like that. I'm just thinking of it more objectively as saying I could either have it where I would have to spend a bunch of money to go to the convention myself, or I would pay money for somebody to get it for me, or I at least have an opportunity to get it myself. And like you said, there's going to be opportunities for this. They keep taking it in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
And I think that's to control the aftermarket part about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I like the way they do that, because if you just put all your stock out there and then it flies out and it's just gone, then it kind of allows that secondary market price to go crazy. Mm-hmm. But when you got smart buyers out there and hey, this has already been made available twice, I'm not going to go out there and pay you 200% of the original price. Mm-hmm. Just hang on, it'll be there.
Yeah, you just got to keep watching.
Yeah, it'll be there.
MC, what do you think?
I like Cece said, play the long game with a lot of stuff. I was just looking at Razor Crest stuff, and I saw Razor Crest going for $450. I mean, that thing was going $700-800 a pop a while ago. That's getting close to retail. And I don't know. Hasbro likes to make money. They're going to re-release it. The PulseCon is around the corner.
Yeah,
right? Probably do something with that. Nemesis Enforcer's coming, or what do they changed his name now? You can't tell me that's Cobra Lau with just his one release for him. They're gonna do it again. The Target exclusive Baroness, like how many times did they re-release that again and again on Pulse channels, and the Cobra Troopers and Beachhead, and now we're getting carded versions of them. So it'll come.
Yeah. This whole thing that happened was, how I keep saying, like, people like live in the now. This was like a perfect example within like a 24-hour space, man. Like, you had to go up, and then people were mad, obviously, that they missed it, right? But then it kept coming up sporadically over the next 2 days. And then I'll give them this. Did they show it right here? They did a really good job communicating, because that's what people want, right? You want communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they put that out, and then I wish I had that saved somewhere, but they put it out, and then they put out a message that said, hey, they're going to put it up again. It's going to be up tomorrow. It wasn't a surprise. Obviously, everybody's going to be trying to flock to it to get to it. And then they put these little status things on their stuff now, like, it tells you, it's sold out or whatever like that, or it's active. But it just seemed like they did a better job trying to answer some of the questions. could you maybe take it a step further and say, like right now, but it would work against them because of marketing, but could you take a chance right now and say, hey guys, because Emily's done this before. Like she comes out like, hey guys, don't worry, there'll be more later.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of curbs people from buying the whole 5 because they're like, yo, I don't know why I'm going to do this. It's,
I'm not going to be able to flip them. Yeah. If you discourage that secondary market, you'll cut out a lot of that stuff. Nobody's going to buy 5 if they can't double their money.
Yeah. But I understand why they're doing it too, because they are playing a marketing kind of like aspect to it. They want to create that
hype.
FOMO. Yeah. They have to do it, because you're trying to keep engagement on the website. You're trying to like keep engagement with the line, and you're going to do those little tactics. But it sucks because it's that double-edged sword. So I don't know. I was happy that I was able to grab this at San Diego, and I didn't have to be part of that. So I know I'm kind of speaking from the standpoint of someone who has it. Would I be pissed off if I missed this? I'd probably be frustrated, but I look at it more like, yeah, from the past they put it out. I'm gonna have a chance. Like MC, you missed out on this, right?
I missed out on the first day, but yesterday I ended up. Was it yesterday? I went back up for the pre-order, and I ordered 2 in case somebody I knew missed it that needed it. Just because I knew that you got one, but like in case you guys you need another one, or CC decided to change his mind, or if one of my friends needed it, that's why I grabbed 2. So
that's a good point. I'll come back to in a second.
Yeah.
Well, so there's a spectrum, right? I have it. You wanted to get it, you missed out on it, and you did get it. CC, did you pick this up?
I know I haven't picked this up yet. No, I missed it.
So from the standpoint of like you missed it, are you wanting to get it or no?
I'm probably going to pick this one up. This is pretty nice.
I got you, dude.
This is pretty nice. Of course, now it makes me want that Mickey Mouse Coco even more, right? That look is really nice.
I got the extra CC if you want it. So
appreciate you, man.
I got you, boo.
Well, that also brings up another thing too. Like this is the key word for this it is an exclusive, right? And sure. I know people are kind of getting into this a little bit more, but used to catch a lot of flack for this like community building and everything else like that. I think that helps solve a lot of this stuff. There's like a lot of hate and competition for people that the haves and haves not, instead of just like networking and making friends and doing that system that we talked about, like looking out for each other. There's a 5 limit. If you went in there and said, oh, I got to get one for CC and MC, that's 2, right? I only got 3, but I took care of my friends. It's just to kind of balance some of that stuff out, like the aftermarket, because, newsflash, it's not going to stop. Right. People are going to buy 5 unless Hasbro gets really strict or does some kind of creative thinking about how they can make it fair while still trying to sell their product. This stuff it's going to keep happening. You're going to see the aftermarket. And I'm not knocking anyone hustle. People do it for different reasons. Like you may buy this because you want to fund your collecting habits. Like, oh, I make $20 here. I can put that on the Rattler. I get it. I get it, but there are some people that do this to take advantage of other people. So I think you should look at both ends of the spectrum and kind of decide like what you're going to support and what you're not going to support. And if you're pissed off about it, if there's things that you can do where you don't have to be a part of that. You don't have to support somebody that does aftermarket. You can make friends in the community and say, yo, I'm going to be at work, man. I know that I may not be able to get this. We've communicated this stuff before. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, man, you got me? Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. You actually talked to me about this, Paige. You asked me if I was going to be able to get it. And I'm like, yeah, I actually will be free around that time. Thank you for looking out for me, though.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem like there's that. Like most people are kind of more there's small pockets where it happens, but most people are just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna take care of myself and screw everybody else, man. And you're not gonna be able to keep up with some of the stuff that you have that you want to get, right? So,
Right.
what do you guys think?
And we know we got each other's back, and we've talked about it before here. There's other guys. There's a lot. I mean, just in this chat, there's people in here that we know that would have our back, and they know that we have our back too, or we have their back too. Somebody was, hey, I'm gonna be working at this time, or I'm out of town. Something drops, you got me. I mean, there's guys in this chat I definitely take care of in a heartbeat, and I know they'd have my back too. So,
Yeah.
I was just talking to Adam the other day, and we were talking. I think you were in the group chat about a comic book, and like I have to see if I can find that at my shop. And he said, "Just let me know. I got you if you can." So, and I thought it was super cool of him. So,
Yeah, it just helps make it. It's a lot less stressful, But I think people are
It's
just
supposed to
they're
be
very
fun.
selfish.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's fun about like not helping each other? You know what I mean? Like well, CC, looks like you're shit out of luck. Me and Paige will be playing with these later.
Yeah. Isn't it weird? Like your friend doesn't have it.
I don't know. I like our play parties that we have and watching your guys' reactions when we do that. Even our like group chat when one of us gets it before the other one, and then later on, when I get you, like talking to you guys about it, like, oh shit, I love this thing, or seeing CC when he gets something like new page. It's nice when we can enjoy it together too. It's fun instead of, oh, fuck you missed it.
Yeah, it's
fun watching that guy suffer.
Yeah. Look what I got. Yeah, that's cool. Thumbs up, that kind of stuff. But yeah, you just want to you want to have the ability to kind of share that experience with your friends too. But I will say, like friends, I have people that message me, that I just didn't talk to for like a year. It's like, hey, can you hook me up with this? And I'm like, no, man, I can't do it, man. They have strict, they had strict limits. And me going in there and say, yo, let me get 5 cases of this. They'd be like looking at me like, what? Dude, you're taking half the allocation. How would that look too if I was a braggart and I'd like had 5 cases of Casey Jones and I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
How many people get pissed off about that?
Yeah.
What
are you trying to gain by that? I mean, like, you're not going to gain any love. Like, oh wow, look at this lucky guy. Everybody's going to hate you. Why do you want to be the most? Why do you want to be Lex Luthor?
You are, because that's the first thing that people see. Like, it's not like I noticed that too in the groups. Like, I don't know if that's something that people can kind of change and everything, but. And so I'm advocating for people complaining, right? Or venting. Or not even complaining, just venting that they're frustrated. Because that's totally understandable, right? But I think it's a dick move to get into somebody's post that says, yo, I'm frustrated with this. Yep, got 5, man. It's like, what are you doing, man? Like, that person doesn't care what you got. Yeah. It's almost like, it lines up with when somebody pre-orders something and you jump in there and you say pass. Dude, nobody cares, man. Yeah. Nobody cares.
Mid.
Like CC, do you remember anyone that said pass specifically by name on any figure?
Well, one jumps out just for we know what reason.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, he's more memorable for other reasons. But no, other than that, yeah.
Dox him, CC. Dox him.
I do know I sleep a lot better at night when I know people passed on certain items because there's nothing worse than me staying up wondering if somebody bought something or not. I've lost a lot of sleep not knowing whether or not a stranger bought something, but I sleep a lot better knowing that they're not getting
But nobody do I can't remember. I remember people specifically because maybe it's the same person that says it over and over again. That's the only thing true. But you can't remember somebody that said, I'm passing on that figure. It's the same thing with this. Like if somebody's venting their frustration that they didn't get the figure, unless they're trying to like buy whatever the 5 is from you, to go in their post and say, "Yo, I got mine. I got 12." It's
Yeah.
like, dude, they don't care, man. They're like almost kicking a dog when it's down.
Yeah.
So it's
You
like,
You like the guys that'll go in one group and talk shit on something, and then the next group you see them and they're like, "Oh man, what's the details on this?"
yeah, it's like, dude, I can see you.
Yeah, because we're all in the same damn groups. You
All of the same groups. It's
I know.
weird. But it's like bipolar. You're going in here and you're saying you don't like something, or the same thing with what we're talking about. They're saying like, I got 5, and then go to another group and it's like, man, I really wish I missed out. I need to
Yeah.
grab one. You just
Yeah,
said
yeah,
you have 5.
got one at retail for me.
Yeah, I was like, geez, man, just you know, we can all see each other. It's weird. Just like show like a little compassion for your fellow collector, man. Help them out. I get that. Like if somebody say, "Oh man, this sucks, man. This is my favorite character in the world. I got a tattoo on my arm of him. I missed out. I'm so pissed off." Hey man, I got 5. I got you. That's cool.
You don't even have to flex and say, like, "Hey, I got an extra, man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna, man.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Usually, what I see is PM me.
Yeah, PM me.
that's what I normally see.
PM. And you know what happens? The person's like this. Oh God, all right. God, I gotta do this. Like the walk of shame, you know? Like,
yeah.
All right, well, community wise, what do you feel like Hasbro can do in this situation that would be better? I don't know.
Man,
Let's get that.
It's like they're handling this really well.
I think they are. What you got to do?
I mean, they told us the next day, like, "Hey, he's going to be up for pre-order at 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock, whatever it was. I don't even remember now. It's all 11 because it was a weird time for a pulse drop, but you know it's coming. Like if you ain't on there, and you know it was a hot item yesterday, you think today it's going to be cold? Like,
yeah. You know, another thing you got to take into consideration is like a lot of people, they place blame on like the people they see, you know, like Dan or Emily and Lenny.
yeah,
You also have to remember they have a specific job that they're entrusted to do, right? Design, marketing, whatever it is, right?
mm-hmm.
If something sells out, it's not like they can get on the phone and say, "Hey, Mr. CEO, it's sold out." You know, can we put more up, or can we inform them that we're going to be getting more? That's a decision that's going to be made up there, and you know how those decisions are. It's going to take a while to filter back down because they got to do this, do that, figure out if they can do it. I think people want these solutions like instantaneous. It doesn't happen like that. That's why when I saw this, I was like, it seems like they're handling it pretty well.
Yeah.
But
they sell out, and Emily and Lenny did their job first of all, like they're supposed to. They sold the product, and then they already got another 50 figures on the line after this one's gone in production. So if they do,
yeah,
like, sorry, we got figures we ain't even shown yet that we're gonna
be taken from you in your wallet in a good way. Oh, this is another one I saw that I was want to talk about. I wonder how everybody feels about this one. Obviously, all the topics that we talk about, but I saw a lot of people saying that they were going to be quitting the line because they missed one figure, and or maybe that maybe this was kind of like the last straw. Maybe they had some bad experiences before, and this is just like, yo, I missed this one. I'm tired of this. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. But majority of people I saw were saying that they have the whole line. They missed this one and they were quitting the line. Again, we're still in the now thing with the 24 hours. What do you think about quitting the line for one figure?
Where's the sale post for number 1 through 129 then?
Oh God. Yeah. Well, is it warranted if you miss one?
No. You can find it. How much money you want to spend though? Like, or be patient as well. Like if you didn't get it for retail, like we've all had to pay if you want something bad enough, you'll pay for it. You know what I mean? Like we've all been there where we paid a little extra than what we wanted to on something. Guarantee there's somebody in here that can't say that they didn't do it. Just, I don't know. Quit getting frustrated over one figure that had what was it? Is that a 5 episodes show, CC?
That was in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the movie, and then when they released it, it was like 5 episodes on the 5 weekly episodes or whatever. You remember we could watch it?
Oh yeah, how they break up the movie? Yeah.
Break it up. Yeah. So it's it's obviously an iconic moment in G.I. Joe cartoon history, but
have you ever quit a line because you missed a figure?
No. Todd McFarlane line. I missed a Batman.
I don't think that would be hard to do.
No, never.
Never?
No.
I've quit a line, but it wasn't because I missed. I can kind of relate to it, but I've quit a line. But like, well, Cece, what do you like? What about you? Like, what are your thoughts?
I'm a big fan of analogies, right? So I'm gonna liken it to if you're able to quit a line because you missed one figure, that it's like being in a bad relationship and you're finally looking for something to finally give you the excuse to finally call it quits. Yeah. Right? Like if you could literally walk away from, you got 129 of these and number 130 is enough to make you to say, you know what, I no longer care about these other 129, right, then you were looking for a reason to get out, right? Either you were exhausted, you were getting tired of the effort to try and keep up, but this isn't the only reason. It might have been the final straw, but it's not the only reason why you would quit the line. You know, there's been too many releases. It's a financial strain. You're running out of space. You know, like there's been times when, you know, finally I'd be like, you know what? I'm not doing those anymore, right? Super 7 Turtles. I was all in on those at one time. I had a ton of them. I opened up a few of them. I enjoyed them. I opened up one. It was bad, really bad. And then after a couple more, I'm like, you know, I'm done. And now I don't have any more of them anymore. But it's not like it was just one figure and I just decided to quit the line. But I don't think you can really do that if you're still in love with that line. But like I said, if it's like one of those relationships where, you know what, you just don't love her anymore, she's getting on your nerves, and you're just looking for a reason, and damn it, I came home and dinner wasn't ready, it's over. It's over. It's not over because dinner wasn't ready. You finally needed an excuse to walk away, but you were already done with the relationship.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a huge factor too. I think it's like just the addition of it. What did he say? Storyline Studios. That like it depends on if it becomes a pattern, then maybe. But if it's a one-off, I'll stay. Yeah, because you there's other opportunities, like we talked about, to be able to get it maybe as a reissue or repaint, which is ironic because everybody keeps talking about that, like they don't like repaints or reissues. Well, by that logic, if you just got rid of all that stuff, guess what? You would never have a chance to get it again in whatever different kind of form.
Yeah.
Remember when Baroness came out with that cycle? Oh my God. Or the Vipers. Can you imagine if that was it?
Yeah.
Instead of the 3-pack or the different, you know, variants that we've gotten of like Vipers and stuff like that, you wouldn't have it. It would be like Mezco. And you would have that one time to get Shadow Assassin Gomez, and you would never have another opportunity to do it. That would frustrate people even more. I'll tip my hat to them because I remember going while I was working to Target, making an excuse to get out, go to Target really quick to line up at 8 o'clock in the morning to try to find Vipers. And now you have these different versions of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't feel like, and I'm a casual Joe fan. Not casual, but you know what I mean? I'm not in it deep like I am with Mezco. I still collect all of it, but I'm not like up on news or I'm not, you know, all the other stuff. But me looking at them, I don't think that they're doing a bad job. I think they've gone from the video game kind of thing that they were trying to go with.
With the weapons.
Everything, the weapons, the communications, all that stuff that the video game kind of aesthetic that they had, and they said, "Yo, this isn't working. They want the classic stuff. Let's give them the classic stuff, but then let's also give them a modern take on it." Well, they still want the classics. Let's give them vintage stuff, carded and everything, and try to keep with that design. They want vehicles. Let's do it. I don't think that they're doing as bad as people think. Especially when the people said, "Oh, it's a line that's going to die."
Yeah. You're going to say, consider that line died a year ago. They hear everybody tell us. Seems to be
This
doing
guy
pretty
checks all the boxes.
good. Ooh,
Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, I haven't, man, dude, right there.
He's so.
Haven't opened them.
You're going to really enjoy that one.
I wanted to sit down. What is it? Toy Paige isn't working the Mezco book. I'm trying to get there next year. No, dude.
Paige is going to unveil the next HasLab, everybody.
Everybody. No, dude, dude, a lot of it, I know he's joking, but a lot of it's just common sense. I get being frustrated, but sometimes you got to you have to think about the other stuff too. And it's like, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not even trying to side with the corporation. It's more of like, I mean, come on. I don't like this, change it. It takes a while to get that change to go through. Approvals, different stuff like that. And then you got to go to the factory, make the changes. No, I want it now. Amazon, now. It doesn't happen like that. And then you start seeing people get frustrated because it's not that buy it now kind of thing.
Yeah.
I quit. We've had the conversation before too, right? I quit a line before because I tried to get on and I couldn't get it. I bought it online. I was trying to buy online and it just kept, it was done, but I wasn't deep in the line. I just said, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like this model. I don't like worrying about trying to get Mezco and worrying about trying to get this other company. It's just too much. And now that other company, they're doing a lot better. When their product is better, the way you can purchase is way better. The distribution is better, but you know what I mean? It takes time. No, not that. All right. Do we beat this in the ground?
So Paige has got 5. If anybody wants one, DM them for price.
Yeah. I never quit. Most people are saying the same thing. I never quit. But I did flag this because I understand what he's saying. I agree with it. Like if you just, because I've been in that situation. Tap-in. Who said that? We're gonna bring back tap-ins. Tap-ins are gonna come back next week. What is it? Cory. Who's this Cory Burns guy?
Troublemaker.
Dipshit.
Bangers. Yeah, I stopped Legends. I kind of stopped, and then I work in the Hasbro booth next year. So dual duty, right? Dude, what kind of heel turn would that be? Weren't you just the Mezco booth? Why are you at the Hasbro booth?
Yeah.
Toy Paige is talking about that.
Be like,
I did not mention any names, sir. I did not mention any names.
Paige, you would be like Hulk Hogan joining the NWO.
He's like, yeah, too sweet. That would be horrible. You like rip off Mezco shirt and it's got Hasbro on it. I would never do that. Never. All right.
Come on down here and see the good shit. Get out of these lights.
Wow. Darius would beat my ass. All right, let's do this. So now is the time.
Oh man,
I don't have the box.
The anticipation. Somebody's gonna be so happy.
They are
so happy. Look at that.
Oh, what am I
Our
supposed to do?
viewership is going through the roof now. They're saying it's time. It's time.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's effing go.
Look at that.
I can't reach the box. It's over there, but you saw it last week. So really quick, I promise I won't make this long. It's not tapping. We got to bring that back though. So yeah, so I wanted to thank everybody again who takes time to be able to watch the show, support us and what we do, not just here but offline as well. I appreciate you guys. And so for what, a month or two, we kind of did the whole roll call thing, and that was to kind of reward people for coming in and supporting the show. And I won't tell you what I had to do to get this, but I did it for you. I did it for you. But
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh
yeah.
boy.
Yeah. So I know I gave people a choice last time, but I'm pretty sure Casey Jones is the odd-on favorite. So tonight we're going to be doing the spin for roll call for the Casey Jones. I put everybody's little name in here. We'll have some conversation fodder while we're going through this. I think I like that a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But the way this wheel is set up, maybe someone can give me a better whatever website to go to kind of do this, make it a little bit better. But we're gonna have to go through the spin. But it won't last that long, I promise. Trust me. But yeah, this is gonna be for the Casey Jones. Really quick, you will get the SDCC Casey Jones exclusive. I will send this out to whoever the winner is, but you have to pay for shipping. You gotta pay for shipping. That way I can write it off of my taxes. Just kidding. But all right, here we go. Got everybody's name in there, and let's just talk about some stuff. Let me make sure I got my thingy in there. Make sure it's like one. Hopefully that'll jack this up. Remove. Yep. Already applied. All right, we got it. All right, cool. Everybody ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Sound. Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
Paige, remember, see, he can be taught. All right, so I'll start spinning. You guys start talking. What do we want to talk about?
What are you guys watching right now?
Watching right now?
Yeah, I watched a good series I wanted to talk about. I know you'd dig it, Paige.
What series is that?
Midnight Mass on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I did watch that.
You did watch it?
I did watch it, yes, sir.
Yeah,
that was a vampire thing?
Yeah, I had no idea, like, where they were going with the story, and then all of a sudden, then of course it came out. So it was fun. It was different take, and I like how they were isolated on the island like that, and slowly.
I don't think I finished that series. I started it, and something happened, and I don't think I finished it.
It's like 7 episodes, I think. It was fun.
God, now you got me wondering if I finished that, because I remember watching it.
You know what I've been watching?
Well, you're pretty far behind, so I'm going to guess probably Mandalorian season 2.
Mandalorian season 1. No.
Right.
I have been watching. Well, I got 1 episode in. I still need to do X-Men, but I've been watching. After you gave that recommendation, MC, I've been watching Batman Cape Crusader.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
I'm only 1.5 episodes in, but I really like it. I like how they kept the. It is different, but they still pay homage. You know.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Who's
I just finished Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones.
the dragon?
Yeah, what's the name of that? House of Dragons. House of Dragons.
Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon. Yes. Best Bruce Leroy film ever.
I need another good series to watch. I haven't been able to find a good one in a while.
Did you watch
Crusader?
Yeah, Cape Crusader's great, CC. You'd love it.
I'll have to check that one out.
A cool noir.
I love a good series.
Back.
Ozarks is probably my favorite series of all time.
That's a great series. Are you going to watch Hard Knocks? They're featuring the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
I know I'm going to jinx myself in saying this, but I can't remember the last time I've been this excited about a Bears football team. Like, these guys should be good this year. I'm really excited. So I know they're going to be terrible because I'm so excited about it. But man, the anticipation, I can't wait for football season. I absolutely love it. I can't wait.
Okay, I think we're down to the last 5-ish, maybe, or maybe the wheel just keeps. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Oh, here we go. I did some random like fast clicks too. So, all right, so this should be. Oh, hey man, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's Carl. Yeah, I was wondering what Carl's a great artist. What's up? You're just in time for the last part. Yep, I went through them pretty fast, man. I didn't want people sitting here for like 2 hours.
Like
they already listened to us for 2 hours.
Everybody's in there. CC and I saw the list. Like, it's legit. Not that Paige.
You haven't seen your name once? Well, that means that you probably are one of these people that are remaining. But trust me, you are in there. All right, let's see here. Let's spin to win. So Boba's out. Son was out. Cory Burns.
Oh, that's true.
Man, I'm shocked. I know Molotov's in there. I'm in there. Fantastic. All right. So is this the last one?
Well, the next one will be the last elimination, and then whoever's left after that.
All right. Well, let's just pay attention from here on. Because I'll tell you this really quick. The person that wins, if for some reason you don't want this figure, it's just going to go to the next person. All right. So we're all paying attention, right? Off-tastic. All right. So, off-tastic. Andrew Salazar. That's it.
Well, Andrew, your name popped up at the right time. My name hasn't popped up. It popped up at the right time.
Yeah. So Andrew Salazar.
Wow! Congratulations.
Look at that. My name hasn't popped up. Boom.
Congrats.
Yeah, it did pop up. How about that? So yeah, congratulations, Andrew. You are the winner. Do me a favor, please message me afterwards. Let me know if you do want this figure or if you don't. If you don't, it's gonna go to Off-tastic, and then I'll go back if that doesn't happen. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that jumped in there. I know it must have had like a double random because I know CCU were in there. I didn't see yours either, but I was clicking a lot because I was like, anyway. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of other opportunities. We're gonna do this a little bit more. I don't want this to be like a prize-based show, you know. No offense to anybody that does that, but I don't want that to be the reason why people come. But don't worry, there'll be other stuff. Congratulations.
Who said don't want it? Send it to CC. God, it's awful generous.
We should ask him, Andrew, do you want it?
He said don't want it, send to CC.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said,
wow, okay. I'm sorry. Well, Andrew, that was very generous of you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And CC's a hard pass also. He doesn't want it. He's got it right in front of him, so I'll take it.
I never won anything in my life. Oh, dude, that's cool, man. Hopefully did you order this or were you able to get this, Andrew?
He said he most definitely wants it.
I most definitely want you to send this to CC.
That's the way it reads on my screen. I don't know if everyone else's screen is broken, but the way it reads on my screen.
I wonder if he has it, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I ordered 5.
Yeah.
This gives me a case. Thanks, Paige. He said, nope, I don't have it. I missed out on it. Yay! Good. Gentlemen, we helped somebody out.
I feel like you might be ruining his life by giving him the opportunity to win something. Like, do you really want to break that streak?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy that we were his first threesome now. So.
Yeah.
We were his first. He said he missed out on it. Right. CC has no space. Send it to me. All right. Well, dude, we did all that in 2 hours. Boom. Just hit the mark. You guys have anything? I really want to hear CC's closeout. It's been a while.
Uh-oh. You ready? Remember to help control the pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
Still has the same impact. Yes. Wait a minute. What do you have? What are you messing with, MC?
Me? No. I just.
Oh, okay.
First, it got me in the feels.
Oh, okay. I thought you were showing us something.
No. My beating heart when CC says that.
Mm.
He's a lover of animals.
He is. Man.
And
Do
a
you got
lover.
anything? Do you have anything? You want to take us out? No?
Congrats to the winner. It was good seeing you guys for the three-way tonight.
Yeah.
3 to 1. Well, again, thank you everybody that tuned in, whether you watched live or whether you just popped in, popped out. Appreciate it. Appreciate the positive vibe, energy. Listen to us talk about toys. And congratulations again, Andrew. Make sure you message me. Make sure we get that to you. And that's it. I don't have anything else.
At what point are you going to tell him this was all just a joke?
Never.
It's been pretty elaborate. When you get the empty box, when the empty box arrives at a step, like,
your playmate.
Oh, nice.
I got you.
Live. I'm gonna post the Cape Crusader piece on Insta. Okay, cool, man. Tag me in that shit. Tag me, sir, please. I would like to see that. Yeah. No, I'm committed to it now, CC. I don't think I can get by with it. The joke. It wouldn't be. Don't worry, Andrew. You get your stuff. All right, man. Stop saying that it's a three-way. Wife is still listening. Hi, Mrs. Boba.
Hi, Miss Boba.
Oh, man.
All right. Everyone, thank you. Bye-bye.